Hello, we have breaking news. I'm reporting to you that we have a big wildfire in our big brother Pine Barrens in New Jersey, in the Pinelands in Barnegat Township, 3,200 acres in Barnegat Township, but it's really going into Ocean Township, Waretown, and near Lacey Township. So let's get to the map, show you where these wildfires are, and it's called the Jones Road Wildfire. And it's really in this area right here, Jones Road, I guess because it started off Jones Road, one of these roads here called Jones Road. And it started on the north side here, right in this area right here it started, and went north. I believe it has crossed the Garden State Parkway. Garden State Parkway is shut down. Route 9 is shut down. And this is also going by some very major power infrastructure in the area, which is a major concern. We have transmission lines in the area. They currently de-energized all the transmission lines, so we have a large blackout in the area. We also have the former Oyster Creek nuclear power plant. While it is closed and being decommissioned, there is still nuclear waste being stored on site, and that is a concern if the fire were to get close to that nuclear waste, that spent fuel that is being stored over there. So the fire has spread into the Forsyth Wildlife Management Area, which is off this area here, I believe. So I've hiked in this spot. I have photos to show you of what it used to look like, so obviously probably does not look like this anymore right now. But this is the area where the fire has crossed over and is burning in these pine barrens right here. So you'll just show you some more pictures of where the area is, the area involved. So it's in this area right here that it has crossed over. And Route 9 is also closed off. Let's put the traffic up here as well to show you that Route 9 also is closed as well. It's not showing. Yeah, here we go. So Route 9 is closed. The Parkway is closed. 1 to 2 hour delays on all bus service in the area as well. The Parkway is closed from South Toms River all the way to Barnegat, Stafford Township. So this is a long stretch of the Parkway. We also have Route 9 closed as well. So I don't know how they're detouring the buses around this. I'm assuming the buses are gonna have to be detoured all the way, or they may not even be stopping at Toms River. We're gonna look at NJ Transit's feed, but let's first and foremost get to the latest on this wildfire as far as the information from the Forest Service goes. All right, so here we go. We got to find the latest of it. This was, let's go to the New Jersey Forest Fire Service and get the latest. It is 3,200 acres at only 5% containment. And this is the map that they're showing right here. This is the area where it is. So Jones Road, it started over here. So this seems to be where it started, right here, off Jones Road and Bryant Road. And it has made it all the way into Forked River. And it might actually be affecting the Forked River Mountains, too, as well. So it has spread very fast wildfire spread. So it started all the way, this is the Greenwood Wildlife Management Area. Oh, I think it started all the way over here. And it has spread all the way through here to this area. And we have a west wind that is blowing it toward these areas. There's a mandatory evacuation for this neighborhood here, Lacey Township. We have a lot of mandatory evacuations going on. The next update will be at 10 o'clock. So they have all the roads closed off in the area. Evacuations going on here. We'll go back to Forest Fire Service here. We have, let's see, evacuation zone, mandatory evacuations in the area of Route 9 in Lacey Township right now going on. All right. Let's go to the latest observations in this area as well. Get some weather observations and give us some insight as to why this wildfire is spreading so quickly. 64 degrees. Now the wind is calmed down now, west at 5. Dew points up to 46. Okay, it's not too bad, but there was some pretty low humidity earlier. We're going to look at some of these observations here. And the winds were gusty. They weren't that strong today, but it was just enough because it got into the 80s, well into the 80s. They're low 80s, had low humidity, west winds, and we can actually, that airport's north. Let's go to Coyle Field because that is closer to where this fire started. They got up to 84 degrees today, so that is quite warm and not that windy. Wind gusts were only up to almost 20 miles an hour, which isn't that impressive really, but the low humidity, everything is so dried out. I don't care what that damn drought monitor says. We are in a major drought. Everything is still very dry. I told you the lakes were dry, even here on Long Island. It's probably the same thing in New Jersey. Everything's dried out because we didn't get the snowfall. That's important. Snowfall is part of winter, and when you don't get that, that's a major deal. We'll just go briefly over the highs today. Got into the 80s in New Jersey, low to mid 80s on Long Island. We had mid 70s, 60s out east, to near 80, around 80 in central Nassau. We didn't really get above the 80-degree mark. Let's talk about power outages. We have 25,000 customers, over 25,000 customers without power in this area. So there is a blackout in this area from pretty much from Lacey Township. Lacey Township's blacked out. Ware Town's blacked out. Ocean Township's blacked out. And Barnegat Township is blacked out. This is due to the transmission lines in the area. So I'll show you where that is all at. And there is a transmission line that runs through this area right here. You see it right here. So this is the exact area where the fire is burning. And I'll show you the parkway in the area that this is involved. So you'll see, you'll probably see maybe a little bit of the transmission line here. But you'll see where it crosses over. Right here, crosses over the parkway, and this is where the heart of the fire is, right here. So we have major transmission lines here. We have a 34.5 kV. We've got the 230 kV. This is your major transmission line for Ocean County. We don't know if that has been compromised or not, but this one definitely has been de-energized. They probably de-energized the substation in the area as well. There's a substation on the site as well. So explain to you here, these power lines going to this big substation here. And if the fire spreads to the grounds of this area here, we don't know if it has damaged it. We don't know. We don't know. There will be another update for me when I find out more information. But this whole area is closed off. It is a major disaster. Let's show you what it looks like in that area right now. We'll go here and we'll go to Lacey here. So just to show you some images, these were from during the day. You can see, there it is. There's the fire crossing the parkway right there. So it is only 5% contained. This is what's going on here in Lacey Township. Yep, it's surrounding these businesses as well. So I know that spot very, very well. I've hiked there. This is what the smoke looks like from Forked River. Power's still on at that time when they took it, but there's a lot of smoke in that area as well. Major wildfire, no power. This is a picture of, again, another image of what it looks like in the area. So major issues going on in Lacey right now, and it's extremely close to the country's oldest. This could be, if for some reason this involves the plant, we could have a radiological. That's how serious this is. Very, very serious. A very serious potential for a major disaster in Ocean County. This could be one of the most costliest, most damaging wildfires in the history of Ocean County that we have seen so far. All right. News 12, New Jersey. We'll take a look at this here. 32,000 acres of land burning in. So this is the breaking news that they have right now.
This evening on Ocean County, you've got a large wildfire burning there, out of control. Residents being evacuated as we speak, and the Garden State Parkway is closed. Take a look here. This fire is in Barnegat. You can just see the smoke plume directing people off at exit Barnegat area. Hundreds of emergency crews responding as we speak to try to drive.
So we have somebody on site.
We were actually getting ready to leave the command center, but the police chief and other commanders telling us that we can't. They say that is far too dangerous for them to let us leave the scene as this fire rages on here behind me. Just to give you a little bit of context, I am at the Wells Mills County Park, and I don't know if you could see it from this live shot, but over my right-hand shoulder, that is where 1,200 acres are burning, and over to my left-hand side, that is where back burning is going on, and straight in front of me I am looking at a reservoir, and that is where helicopters have been filling up with gallons of water to dump on this very wildfire that happened. He tells me that the fire jumped over the parkway and it is now spreading northeast towards Lacey Township. That includes the areas of Beach Boulevard that are being evacuated, as well as South River Drive, Sandy Hook Drive, and Orlando Drive. Now,
so Lacey Township, I'll put the link here for again. This is the area I just showed you right here. You have these lakes, this whole neighborhood. There's a lot of people that live here. So the fire is spreading northeastward, all right? This is very, very bad. Luckily, the winds have calmed down, but we don't know what the winds are in that particular area where the fire is burning. The fires can sometimes make their own winds. We've seen that before. When you have such a large fire, it really turns into like what we call a firestorm. So that's also a major concern. This is the satellite image. You're not really going to be able to see the wildfire on this satellite image because of all the cirrus clouds. But there's a tremendous smoke plume. We will go ahead and look at our, again, that's our power outage map. Let's go and look at our Seaside Heights camera. I think 2 is the one that shows the south. So let's see if we can see the smoke plume on here. We probably will be able to see it very easily. Yeah, oh my God, take a look at that. It's malfunctioning. Just hold on a second. Take a look at that. That is a gigantic smoke plume. So that shows you the kind of firestorm that we are talking about right now going on in New Jersey. So that is the information I have for you. I will have another update for you later tonight. When I get there, I'm going to have another update at 10 o'clock, so that's what I'm going to be watching right now. Praying for everybody there in Ocean County, particularly Lacey Township, Waretown. I really hope it doesn't get near on the grounds of that plant, because at the very least you're going to have a substation destroyed, which is going to mean blackouts for weeks in that area, but also it could wind up compromising some of the nuclear waste that is being stored there. And if that were to happen, we'd have a major radiological possible problem over there. So this is very, very, this year is just turning out to be just a horrific year. It just keeps getting worse. Let's pray.